Hi everyone. So, very good afternoon and welcome back to CGB Mentors. In this particular class, we are going to discuss about a new opportunity, the syllabus, as well as what have been the previous year questions that you should definitely not miss, right? So, let us start the discussion. Let us talk about the post. Let us also talk about the syllabus that they are asking from us. And apart from that, we will also see the pattern. ठीक है, पैटर्न के बाद में we will see how the PYQs or the previous year questions have revolved under this. So just give me a moment and we are going to start talking about it. Okay, great. So number one thing, who is recruiting over here? That is your EXIM Bank. What is the post over here? So the post is of management trainees, right? And the eligibility and the other things we have kept it for a separate video, but over here we will be focusing just on the syllabus, that what they are asking. Okay, so before even talking about the syllabus, let us discuss the pattern. See this. So there's whenever they are hiring for the management training, they are specifically talking about that you should be having the professional domain knowledge. ठीक है, आपके पास क्या होना चाहिए? Domain knowledge होना चाहिए. And in that they have very clearly divided into two segments. Number one part, you will have your financial statement. ठीक है, there would be one question and it would be compulsory in nature. कैसा होगा? Compulsory होगा nature में. What are the maximum marks that you will be having? 40 marks would be there. And in the part 2, there will be total 8 questions and you will have to choose any 6. कि total 8 में से आपको 6 सवालों के जवाब देने हैं. Maximum marks are 60 and the time allotted will be 2.5 hours. Okay, that is the time. Now once we have seen that, now let us also discuss about the syllabus. ठीक है, कि syllabus में हमसे क्या पूछा जा रहा है. And over here the syllabus is very professionally oriented, but it's not like that you cannot do. Let's see this. Number one, they are asking you to have a knowledge about annual reports. फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट में तो उन्होंने आपको पहला ही सेगमेंट दे दिया है. क्या दिया है उन्होंने आपको? दैट देयर वुड बी वन कंपल्सरी क्वेश्चन दैट यू नीड टू अटेम्प्ट. आपको अटेम्प्ट करना ही है. सो balance sheet, P&L, cash flows. In the second segment, if you will see, the ratios have been given a good weightage. आप previous year questions में भी अभी जब हम discuss करेंगे ना, तब आप previous year question में भी देखना that ratios have been significantly asked. Okay, like your BEP, NPV, okay, IRR, internal rate of return, your debt service coverage ratio, or interest coverage ratio, sensitivity analysis. It is again one of the topics of decision making. ठीक है, ये कहाँ से आता है आपका? Whenever we make a capital kind of decision, over there it is used very prominently. So can I say that financial management, if you have got this particular thing strong, okay, it would be very good and beneficial for you. After that, forex market, commercial borrowings, interest rate benchmarks, your accounting standards, derivatives, okay, your resource raising with respect to the foreign currency. This is a very major part of your syllabus. This alongside what the EXIM is actually doing. This is what the core is. देखो, जिस बैंक के लिए, जिस इंस्टीट्यूशन के लिए रिक्रूटमेंट हो रही है, they want that you should be having the adequate knowledge about all the things and resources this particular institution is using. ठीक है, क्या यूज कर रहे हैं उसके बारे में सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होनी चाहिए. So similarly, they are asking about the external commercial borrowings, they are asking about the equity and bond pricing, etc, etc. Then whenever we talk about the export and import, how can we miss the trade finance? We have talked about this in SIDBI also. ठीक है, SIDBI के एग्जाम में भी ये सारी चीजें बहुत prominently पूछी जाती हैं and we have covered it, right? So letters of credit, bank guarantee, suppliers credit, UCPDC guidelines. Your this part comes from the RBI segment, right? Like your KYC, CIBIL, okay. Then FATF and about the organizations, your what you can say anti money laundering related guidelines. All these are very important. Why they are important? क्योंकि जब आप इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड के बारे में बात करते हैं, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू ब्रिंग इन द ब्लैक मनी. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू शुड नो द रेगुलेशन. ब्रिंग इन द ब्लैक मनी मतलब है कि टॉपिक लाना ब्लैक मनी का, ऐसे ब्लैक मनी लाने की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू शुड नो द इंस्टीट्यूशंस. जैसे कि FATF के बारे में you know about it, right? What are the nitty-gritties of FATF? Do you know about it? So that is very, very relevant. Okay. Now, what are NPA accounts? How the recovery process is going to go? SARFAESI Act, right? All these are very relevant when we talk about the bad loans and the recovery process. Okay. Risk management and audit, Basel norms, we will cover that very comprehensively. Top export import sectors, trade agreements, India's international trade. This and along with one more segment I was telling you. Yes, this one. RBI, SEBI, export credit, your development financial institutions, financial says etc. This is a very core of EXIM. ठीक है, ये EXIM का core है because the business comes in from here. Right, they are relevant, they are the important financial institutions if ever we are talking about EXIM. ठीक है, जब हम कभी EXIM के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, it is very, very relevant that we talk about these institutions also, and that we are going to cover comprehensively. Okay, taxation, direct and indirect taxation. So see, direct and indirect taxation as a subject, it is very, very vast. ठीक है, it is a very vast subject, but in this, do you have to study all of it? The answer is no, right? We have to study it from the perspective of export financing. ठीक है, हमें एक्सपोर्टर्स से, इम्पोर्टर्स से रिलेटेड रोल से, एक्सपोर्ट फाइनेंसिंग, इम्पोर्ट फाइनेंसिंग रिलेटेड रोल से जो भी important provisions है, that is something we have to focus on. So it's not like the entire syllabus is important for us. पूरा का पूरा syllabus हमारे लिए जरूरी नहीं है. Only the things which are relevant for our exam, that is something we have to finalize and shortlist. Okay, and then the Indian contract, company law, FEMA, and ODI, AOA, MOA, these are the basics. Okay, if you are somebody who's preparing for a regulatory body exam, you must be knowing about it. Security creation, not if not in depth. I know now someone will come up to me कि अरे मैम हमको तो पता ही नहीं है. See, the basics everyone knows, whosoever is preparing for it. So this is your syllabus for the management trainee. Now let us discuss about the PYQs. So these are the memory based questions, and we are going to see how the pattern revolves. Now let us see. Over here they will provide you a trial balance. Okay, pre and post incorporation expenses are also mentioned, and you need to calculate current asset, liability, current ratio, debt equity ratio. So that means the financial statement should be on your tips. एकदम बिल्कुल पता होना चाहिए that what you are going to include in trial balance, what you are going to exclude in trial balance. Proper idea should be there. Now they have done a mix of financial statement as well as the ratios. देखो उन्होंने आपको debt equity भी calculate करने के लिए कहा है, net worth, fixed assets, right, intangible assets, net worth related ratios, outside liability related ratios. That's what they have asked you to calculate. Moving forward and talking about balance sheet and P&L, you see dominance of ratios over here. Now this is not as simple as it looks. ठीक है, आपको पता होना चाहिए that out of a given balance sheet, what are the items I have to include and what are the items I have to exclude. So formula number 1 priority, inclusion and exclusion should be your number 2 priority. ठीक है, so ये दोनों चीजें आपको याद रखनी है. Then you see a company has having a loan of 450 and total assets of 1000 crore. Some more information, and they have asked find the following. What they have asked: intangible asset calculate कर दो, net worth calculate कर दो, current assets calculate कर दो, and I'm sure the whole game revolves around what are the things you need to exclude or ignore while solving these particular questions. Now moving to some easier kind of questions. जैसे they have asked you to explain the IRR, right? CRAR, if you have studied Basel norms, you would be able to solve it. What is escrow, nostro, vostro? All these things would be covered in your syllabus, right? So if you have studied them well, this should not be a problem area for you. Short notes on export credit related financial schemes, bank guarantee letter of credit, doable part. ठीक है, short notes के लिए कहा है, we know the content, we know the syllabus, we have studied the notes, you will be able to answer it. As far as the whole PYQ is concerned, I feel like financial statement is somewhere that will trouble you because many times they give us certain kind of items which we are unaware of. ठीक है, मान लीजिए मैंने आपको किसी बैंक का बैलेंस शीट दे दिया and I'm just giving you that, I'm asking you that just calculate the current liabilities or the other things. I need to know that what are the specific items that are included as current liability. क्या current liability में include होगा? Because for a normal company, what acts as current liability might be totally different for a financial institution, है ना? So that is something the problem will occur. Now professional knowledge questions. So CBDC remains in news, but you have to study it from a descriptive angle. Tangible net worth, current ratio, etc. You have to do the analysis of it, why they are used for, why they are relevant. Okay, cash flow, fund flow, analysis, letter of credit, and working capital questions, analyzing the case as well as explain the three types as per the Tandon committee. Now, I feel so that descriptive is somewhere which is remains on a doable side given that you have got a relevant content. ठीक है, तो अगर relevant content है, you know what are the items asked, you have studied it, revised it multiple times, it would be a cakewalk for you, right? So that is it in the PYQs analysis. I have tried to keep it short and simple, which is it should remain very, very relevant for you. My suggestion to you for this particular exam would be that be thorough with the financial institutions balance sheet and P&L as well as their trial balance, because the items that they will give you in the real examination is something that is going to trouble you. And believe me, if they are asking you to learn all these financial concepts, they are going to ask you in the exam also, right? So that is going to be my suggestion. Thank you so much and all the very best.